obviously sees an opportunity. I would argue that's why he is now building up troop strength on the border with Ukraine. President Xi, I don't think gives a flying rip what Joe Biden has to say as he's flying his fighter jets in Taiwan airspace and threatening reunification with Taiwan. Then you have to ask the question if they're compromised, because the Bidens did a lot of business, had a lot of business dealings with both China and Russia. So I think those things come into play. And look at the Canadian economy is thriving, but our economy is a disaster under Biden.
Dangerous periods in American history, rivaling the period just before the Civil War or the period of the Revolution. We have a news media incapable of dealing seriously with the world, and we have national leadership in the White House and in Nancy Pelosi and to some extent Schumer, who are incapable of the kind of changes we need. So I think we're now entering one of the most dangerous periods in American history, rivaling the period just before the Civil War or the period of the Revolutionary War. And I think people need to understand how really deeply serious the crisis is going to become. And all of our opponents, as you just said, all of our opponents are watching Biden fall asleep. They're watching Kamala Harris laughing, and they're thinking to themselves, this is the executive branch leadership? This is the commander-in-chief? Those are signals of weakness that are extraordinarily dangerous when seen by people as tough as Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping.
Look, Putin obviously sees an opportunity. I would argue that's why he is now...
And not reach a conclusion that President Biden knew what his brother and his son were doing, and that it involves a level of corruption that I think exceeds those. Because I think people are going to form a this ain't working coalition that's more than just Republicans. It's going to be Republicans, Democrats, and Independents who look around and go, this ain't working.
You know, your book is Beyond Biden. We better be ready, because this midterm election is critical. And if Republicans win the House or the House and the Senate, that means that this agenda dies. This has to happen. And then that sets up the big matchup for 2024, which I think will be it will be a turning point moment for the country. You know, I've said this many times before, probably the most important election in our lifetime, both of them. Mr. Speaker, thank you. If you want to get Beyond Biden, it's on